Joining us at Post 9 today, Halima Croft, RBC Markets Managing Director, Head of Global Commodity Strategy and Middle East and North Africa Research. Halima, it's great to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me on.
What needs to happen to make sure there's not more destabilization?
I mean, clearly the concern right now is how does Israel get the situation in Gaza under control? I mean, Norman was talking about this as a very densely populated area. A ground invasion of Gaza will be difficult for Israel. So the coming days and weeks are going to be very challenging for Israel to stabilize the security situation. But for oil markets, everyone is watching what happens with Iran. Iran's involvement in this attacks. What does it mean for Iranian oil on the market? And do we see an expansion of this war to involve Iran?
Did the Journal story suggest to you a smoking gun or not?
I mean, the Journal story, and I would just say I know one of the authors of that story has very deep contacts in Iran with the IRGC. I mean, that is the biggest concern for the Biden administration, which is look to stay out of a war in the Middle East, which has tried to pull Israel back from attacking Iran. I mean, the fact that you have a newspaper out there saying that the IRGC planned and coordinated this attack, that is very, very difficult for the administration if this proves to be true.
Yeah, although the administration, sorry, Leslie, actually did not confirm those reports, at least. I mean, when you think about potentially war with Iran, I don't even know if you have models that would look at what the price of oil might actually go to, let alone, obviously, everything else that would occur as a result of something like that. I mean,
clearly we're not there, but even if the administration is saying that, there's no smoking gun yet, what we do know is that Iran does provide weapons to Hamas. They are the financial sponsor of Hamas. So the question is, what is the actual role? Is it just facilitating this attack, or was there direct coordination? That will be very important in the coming days and weeks to see if this conflict expands. But Iran is a major oil producer, so there'll be concerns from the market about does 3 million barrels of Iranian oil go off the market? What does it mean potentially for the Straits of Hormuz? But even if we do not get to this outcome, the U.S. has allowed, or a softer approach on sanctions has allowed 600,000 to 700,000 additional Iranian barrels on the market. Are we now going to have to tighten those sanctions and basically pull those barrels off the market to essentially defund Iran's support for groups in the region?
What about the other, potential wild card here, which is Saudi Arabia? The U.S. has obviously been leading an effort to, give the Saudis a diplomatic reset with Israel. Amid this conflict, many have said that that is now off the table. Do you agree with that? And what happens, once hopefully eventually we see the other side of this? I mean,
extremely challenging for this normalization track to proceed in the midst of a very serious counteroffensive that the Israelis have launched in Gaza. I mean, the Saudis have indicated they wanted significant concessions from the Israelis to the Palestinians, going back to the King Abdullah peace proposals. It's very hard to see Bibi Netanyahu able to make those type of concessions now. So this looks like a stalled track. Maybe it can resume. But for the Biden administration, this was a huge priority. And there had been discussion last week. Some of the softness in oil last week was the sense that this diplomatic deal was going to get done and the Saudis would provide additional energy relief for the Biden administration. All of that is very much in question right now.
A lot's been written about what they're calling an intelligence failure in Israel. Does that mean that their response has to be even more forceful to regain credibility in some way?
I mean, certainly it's going to be a challenge for the Netanyahu administration there. It's going to be a look at who knew what, why was this missed? Was there an over-reliance, for example, on signals intelligence, not human intelligence? Was Hamas basically working off the grid? But also it's going to be a conversation in Washington. What did the CIA know? I mean, I came out of the intelligence community. I was there after 9/11. I was there during Iraq. There will be a deep investigation both in Israel and in the United States about the intelligence failures.